So, like, half the questions I got from people were, everybody wants to know if we're ever going to see Minor again. That felt really final, but everybody wants the dog back.
I know. That is actually, and when you get to talk to Rob Thomas, I'm sure you'll bring it up to him. It was funny I'll never forget when I read that script the first time. I was on set, and the director, Marzi, who was directing that episode, the current episode, that during which I read the script when Minor gets off on the bus, she was also going to be directing the episode where Minor gets off on the bus. So I remember reading it and got past that scene, and immediately I pulled her aside and said, "Hey, I think we might have an issue for our next step. The scene. I'm a big dog lover as well. So where Minor gets off on the bus, I don't think this is going to fly. I don't think people are going to be okay with this." She said, "I actually had the exact same concern." So and Diane is a huge animal lover, and Rob Thomas is a huge animal lover. But they're like, "Don't worry, we're gonna take care of it." I'm like, "Okay," because I'm like, why doesn't the vet just say like, "I know a guy, wink, wink," We did it, and then it was funny because then like a week later, Rob Thomas had to do like an interview in Entertainment Weekly, being like, "Listen, the dog's fine. You're gonna see in the next episode. He's with the family." But people did not like it. He, Lewis was his real name. Is his real name? Sorry. Yeah, he was a sweetheart. We had a bit of an. I'm gonna give you guys a scoop. We had a bit of an odor issue with him because the dog came from a family, and the trainers just found him. But it was like a couple episodes in that was like, gang. Because it was the episode where I was saying goodbye to him, and I was like, "I'm gonna be nuzzling this dog. You're gonna have to give him a bath because he wasn't clean." So outside of him being a diva about his body odor, we loved working together.
Aside from Minor, do you have any favorite guest stars you've had this season?
You guys have. There's so many good guest stars coming up. I should certainly know if anyone else here that I can just ask how hard I can spoil this.
We give you permission.
Yeah, just start. Yeah, go see how it goes.
Katie, is it? No, yeah, your turn. No, the other one behind. Well, I was just. Oh my God, that's not Katie. Sorry, I thought I said. No, you're even better. Come here. No, I'm sorry. Wow, the girl who I was yelling Katie at just gave me a look like, my name's not Katie. Am I allowed to talk about the guest stars we have coming up? Like, can I say names?
Archie.
Okay, great. Awesome guest stars coming up. So Ken Marino, who's like a personal hero of mine, is coming up in about.
Sorry. Yeah.
You can go. Bring it in there. Get close. Okay. So good. So Ken Marino's coming up, and he kills it. He's so great. You'll see him episode 18, I believe. Andrea Savage, who is amazing, and again, someone else I was so thrilled when I heard we got her. She does a fantastic job. You'll see her in some of the later episodes. I won't give too much away. So there you go. That's as much as I should probably say. And Rob Thomas, obviously, but that's you already know that one. Not the Rob Thomas, obviously, he's right there.
The other Rob Thomas.
I actually did think that. I was like,
yeah. But by the way, he couldn't have been cooler and sweeter, and he was a genuine fan of the show, so he, like, when people come on, you don't expect him to know anything. He was asking, like, deep cut questions. I was like, "You did your homework, sir." And, like, we're still pen pals. Like, we were emailing last night. Like, he's awesome.
So I feel like Major's really dug himself into a hole thus far. How is he managing that, and are his decisions being influenced for the better or for the worse at this point?
Good question. Okay, so the first question was digging himself in a hole.
Yeah, do you feel like Major's able to get out of the hole that he's dug himself into?
Yes. There'd have to be some hope there. Otherwise that would just be a suicide mission. Having said that, I think he is the type of guy that would be willing to go on a suicide mission if it meant protecting the people he loves. Because it's not like even going into this there was a good strategy or a good workaround to get out of it. I mean, he's really up against it. But it has escalated. It's gotten a lot worse. I mean, Vaughn is not stupid. They are keeping a very close eye on him, and the stakes are incredibly high. And without giving anything away, it's far from being over or getting better for him.
So when's the next time you're going to see Vaughn? And can you tell us anything about that?
Next time we're going to see Vaughn, so we just saw him. I mean, we see him quite a bit in the next few episodes, which, like, personally, I couldn't be more thrilled about, because I love me some Steven Weber. I have such a man crush on him, and even from Wings days. And I remember our first scene together. I think it was episode 1 this year, when he pitches to Major. He's like, "Listen, we're gonna start taking out zombies. We don't have to start with Liv, but we have to start somewhere." He was doing this thing, so I'm having the most surreal moment where I'm trying to have some just shred of professionalism, like I'm actually present in the scene. But he would do these things where in like one of his choices, he was like, in his first take, he was like, "We don't have to start with Liv, but we gotta start somewhere." And I just remember looking at the body language, and I was like, "This is out of control. This is amazing." I gotta give short answers. He was singing a lot more Steven Weber.
Guys, Drake, when you see the Major took Drake.
How about that guy, right?
Yeah.
Dreamboat. There will be more Drake.
Is there going to be some serious ramifications for taking Drake?
Things get messy. You don't tranquilize a hunk like that without things getting messed up.
Life lesson right there.
I know, right? Don't tranquilize hotties.